Welcome back, everyone, to NHL. We are in Capital One Arena tonight for Game 7 of this Round 1 matchup between the Carolina Hurricanes and the Washington Capitals. Carolina, coming back from 3-1 down, are going with Peter Mrazek in the net for Game 7. He was spectacular in Game 6 from the second period onward. We'll see what he can bring tonight. And for the home side, Braden Holtby hopes to bring his team into the second round and defeat Carolina like they were unable to do last year. Here we go. Zach Finch on the call as Backstrom and Aho step into the opening circle. And we're underway as Teravainen brings it into the zone for Carolina. He'll dish it back, finds Slavin. Van Riemsdyk will send it around the gauntlet. And finally, Backstrom will pick it off for Washington, and they'll carry it the other way. Here comes Ovechkin down the hash mark. Tries to find a centering pass, and Mrazek finds that puck, and he'll freeze for a whistle. Just a reminder, folks, that this stream is for a charity named Project Hope to support and protect the frontline workers helping out during COVID-19. So any donation is greatly appreciated as we are back underway as Karlsson from the point, and another shot is gloved down by Mrazek, and we will get another whistle. Well, Carolina actually hasn't lost a Game 7 since relocating from Hartford when they were known as the Hartford Whalers. So trying to keep that undefeated streak alive tonight. But they got to get through this veteran Washington Capitals team as Backstrom back in the faceoff. He lost that. And Aho will bring it out for Carolina. Svechnikov on the far side. He curls towards the center. Finds some room and a quick shot deflected away by Holtby. Svechnikov picks it back up. Slavin down to Svechnikov. Aho behind the net. Try to find the centering pass. But another interception by Washington. Here they come. Ovechkin. Little hesitation. Stops. Wilson over to Karlsson in the slot. Wilson shot and a good save by Mrazek. Ovechkin finds it in the corner. He has two Carolinas draped on him and was unable to get that pass across. And Svechnikov will slow things down for Carolina and hand it off to Stahl. Jordan Stahl curls back around. Tried to get the return feed back. Finds it in his feet and a quick shot pad save by Holtby. And after the puck finds him from Karlsson's skate, he will freeze for a whistle this time around. And he'll freeze for a whistle. Kuznetsov leading both teams in points with 6 of them, 2 goals, 4 assists on the series. And both teams will send out their second units as here comes Hamilton over to Foegele, and a quick shot off the faceoff resulted in a quick save made by Holtby. And Washington comes the other way. Oshie stops at the top of the circle. He continues behind the net, tried to dish it back, but Stahl right there to meet it. And Foegele on the near side gets bumped off the puck. Vrana right there on it, slow pass, and he finds Oshie. Kuznetsov over to Orlov, and that's picked off. And Carolina will come the other way. Here comes Jordan Stahl. Across the blue line, he'll find Gardner on the point, walks into the slot, and that one hit a leg and wide. Zingle on the puck, getting bumped off of it, picks it up again. Williams in the corner now, trying to find someone in front, and he was unable to locate the man in front, and here comes Eller. Lars Eller back to Panic. Quick shot off a body and just over the net. Lars Eller there to meet it. No centering pass, so he'll curl around. He finds the slot, and Panic try to get a shot off, but was blocked in front, and here come the Carolina Hurricanes. Again, down in front, and a quick opportunity for Holla in front of the nets, and Holtby finds that one, and he'll freeze for a whistle. Well, in franchise history, the Washington Capitals have blown a 3-1 series lead 5 times, 3 in the Ovechkin era. Trying to avoid a 6th tonight, as all series we have mentioned the Washington Capitals' playoff woes, minus their Stanley Cup 2 years prior. As they try to get to the second round tonight, as that one was blocked, and Netchis across center for the Carolina Hurricanes. He slows down, finds Pesh at the point, and a wall mark right out in front. One just wide, and Carolina has to reset. That's dumped in, met on the other side by Dowd. Banks it off the boards for Hathaway as he crosses center. Hathaway, right on by a Carolina Hurricane. Siegenthaler, a shot in the slot. And Mrazek having to stay sharp early tonight as a plethora of shots from the Washington Capitals has kept him busy, and we'll get another face-off to his left. 8:42 remaining as Kuznetsov and Aho are in the opening face-off. That is won by Aho, and Carolina breaks it out. Vrana picks it up in the neutral zone for Washington, and he'll carry it all the way around to the other side. Teravainen now for Carolina. Hesitates at the blue line. He decides just to dump it in. Siegenthaler there to meet it. There's a battle, and Aho right out in front. And that one was blocked in front as Teravainen had a chance on the rebound. Here comes Oshie. Quick shot, and Mrazek turns that aside. Carolina gets the breakout in. Here comes Aho down the half wall. Bumped in the corner. Hits the ice, and Siegenthaler will pick it up. Siegenthaler finds Vrana. Vrana trying to go wide on Slavin. Stops. Shot. And a save by Mrazek. He plays it. And Fogle will scoop it up. Fogle tried to dish it into the center. That hit a couple sticks along the way. And here comes Carlson. John Carlson on the rush. He pinches over to Wilson at the point and tries to find Ovechkin right in his office. And that shot was blocked point blank. And Ovechkin struggling in this series thus far as he carries it in, hoping to spark some magic. Ovechkin back for Backstrom. Backstrom waits, tries to carry it out in front. He lost it. Gets it right back, though, and a sharp angle shot is covered by Mrazek. And what so far has seemed like the Washington Capitals have just dominated the time on attack, and Carolina would be way out of this game already if it weren't for Peter Mrazek. The Washington Capitals are definitely familiar with this Game 7 situation, as they have been in 9 Game 7s in the past 9 years. So it's safe to say these guys know what they are doing, but success has been the only downfall. It's all off the post. Rebound, scores! Justin Williams. The sweetheart of this Carolina Hurricanes team is the hero thus far as he gets one on the rebound to put Carolina up 1-0 in Game 7. Williams' third goal of the playoffs, his 43rd career playoff goal. And in his last season potentially, his last game potentially, he's making an impact. Justin Williams started his career out with the Plymouth Whalers back in the OHL. That was back in the early 90s, and who would have thought in 2020 we'd say he scored a huge Game 7 goal. The Carolina Hurricanes are up 1-0 because of it. Here come the Carolina Hurricanes again as Hall over to Pesh, back to Edmondson as they play catch. Hall is in the corner, and a quick shot by McGinn, and that was turned aside by Holtby. Jensen carrying it up as the final minute approaches, over to Orlov. 35 seconds remaining as Orlov right in front. A quick save by Mrazek. Looked like he didn't know where the puck was for a few seconds. Was able to make the save last second as that one's dumped in with 5 seconds left. And with time winding down, that should do it for the first period, as it is Justin Williams with the go-ahead goal. And Carolina trying to defeat Washington in Game 7 for the second year in a row. And so far, they hold a lead going into the locker room. So Washington dominated a lot of the time on attack throughout that first period, but off the rebound, it was Williams getting the go-ahead goal. Carolina leads 1-0 going into the first intermission. Welcome back to the NHL. We are just about set for this second period here in Capital One Arena. The Carolina Hurricanes, thanks to Justin Williams, have taken the early 1-0 lead here as the second period is underway with Kepney. Over on the near side is Carlson as he joins the rush, and a quick pass into the slot was intercepted as Aho. Back to Van Riemsdyk. He didn't find anyone. The puck hanging out in the neutral zone. That's picked up by Teravainen as he starts out. For Slavin, he's bumped off, and Carlson picks it up over to Wilson on the far side. Wilson crossing center. Slowing down atop the circle. Washington will dump it to the far side. That's picked off by Carolina. Slavin over to Teravainen as he starts out. A little hesitation move, try to center it, but there's two Washington Capitals surrounding him. And that hit their skates, and they'll come the other way. Backstrom, curling around, finds Jensen a slap shot, and that's saved by Mrazek. Stretch pass, and made the hit to make the play. He hands it over to Stahl, and Jordan Stahl hands it back to Niederreiter, a shot. That's blocked. Orlov now finds Ovechkin, nearing the end of his shift. He comes in. Ovechkin didn't really put up much of an effort as Gardner, just stripped that from him, and he'll go for a change. Here come the Hurricanes. Oh, out in front. And a quick opportunity developed in Holtby. Had to make the quick save there on Dougie Hamilton as Fogle hands it back to Hamilton. That cycled back, and Niederreiter will dish it off to Stahl. Here comes Jordan Stahl. Back to Niederreiter. He gets the return feed. Stahl back to Gardner. They go around the gauntlet. Finds Stahl. He scores. The Carolina Hurricanes putting on a passing clinic. And at the end of it is Jordan Stahl there to put it in on what seemed like an empty net. Holtby way out of position. Just the amount of passes Carolina was putting on had him moving left to right, and at the end of it, Holtby was just unable to get across and put the blocker on it, and Stahl gets his 4th goal of the series. He has 6 points total thus far. What a showing from the veteran as Carolina leads 2-0 here as Williams hands off to Pesh, and we are back underway. Gudis up to Oshie as he crosses the blue line, finds Siegenthaler in a centering pass. And Kuznetsov right on the doorstep. Tried to shelf it, but Mrazek got the glove on that one, and he'll freeze for a whistle. So the Carolina Hurricanes are in good position to win this game thus far, and they have actually never come back from a 3-1 deficit. 29 times it's happened in NHL history. Carolina, not one of those teams, most recent being San Jose Sharks back in 2019 against the Vegas Golden Knights in that legendary first round, that legendary Game 7. We'll see what happens in this one as we are just about halfway through. Gudis intercepts that, and Hagelin will carry it across the blue line as he takes a shot from far out, and that was saved by Mrazek. Had a loose puck there for a second, but it came back to him, and he found it, covered it, and we'll get a whistle. So stats in Carolina's favor, as when they lead after one, they are outstanding 19-0-1. We'll see what happens here as Leipzig just shot that one high and wide, and Carolina breaks it out. Zingle dumps it all the way around, and Siegenthaler there behind Holtby's crease to retrieve. Hathaway over to Leipzig. Leipzig coming on in, and he shot, and that one hit the pad and wide. Over to Dowd, and that was another chance as well, turned aside. Leipzig, an RFA at the end of this year. 25-year-old. We'll see what his future looks like after this game. As Leipzig carries it down, trying to center it. Ends up finding Karlsson at the point. Karlsson had some room, and he took a shot. That hit a couple bodies out in front as Zingle decides to carry it in this time around as he hesitates, tried to find someone, and Hathaway was right there to pick it up. Hathaway tried to find that stretch feed. However, Gardner right there to pick it off as Slavin back over to Hathaway as he tries to find his way in. He can't. And Karlsson accidentally gives it back to Holtby, but he'll take the return feed as no one was around. Oshie winds his way on in at the hash marks, turns around, he's bumped off, and Fogle there to meet on the other side. As Van Riemsdyk, he has some room to work with, takes a slap shot from the point, and a low one on the ice was deflected high into the corner by Holtby. Dowd the other way. Back and forth action here to end off the second, as there's less than 5 minutes remaining. Aho able to maintain possession, cross ring pass, that's intercepted. And Panic has some room on the near side. Goes into the corner. He stops. Behind the net is there for Eller, and he turns it over. And with 3 minutes approaching, Carolina tries to get something started. As right in the slot was Teravainen. And what a save. Aho, another chance. And that one went just wide. Aho again. Can he put Carolina up by 3? Hagelin says no as he's there to intercept. Panic. Passing center now. He'll dump it in. Eller chasing after it. Edmondson there. And he'll pass it to his defensive partner and up to Aho. Aho coming in on. Decides to drop it back for Edmondson. Over to Pesha. Quick shot. And that one's blocked out in front. Siegenthaler joining the rush. Dishes it off to Wilson as he comes in. Over the hash mark. Siegenthaler in front. Hagelin scores. Hagelin in the dying minutes of the second period puts the Washington Capitals back in this one as he gets his 4th of the playoffs. And it couldn't have come at a bigger time than this. Siegenthaler joined the rush. Mrazek turned him aside, but Hagelin was right there to put it in. And with just over a minute to play in the second, Washington has some daylight as Gudas will start again for Washington. Final minute of the second period as Edmondson behind his net wraps it around the boards, and that's met by Pesh. Cross rink, and here comes McGinn. Drops it back. Holla just under 10 seconds as Holla shot from the point, and that didn't get through. 3 seconds left, last chance. Siegenthaler, quick shot, and that went wide, and that'll do it. So the Washington Capitals come back to within 1 and have a chance to tie this one up going into the third period, trying to reach the Stanley Cup Finals for the 3rd time in franchise history. So it was Hagelin getting the goal to put the Washington Capitals back within 1. We'll see how this transpires in the third. We'll be right back with ENHL. Welcome back to ENHL. Just about set for this third period. Washington getting a late goal to come within 1 as Carolina had a demanding 2-0 lead. And it is now 1. If we remember, Washington led Game 7 of this exact matchup last year twice. Carolina came back from it both those times and ended up winning in double overtime as we are underway here in the third. Slavin over to Aho, and Teravainen picks it up. He is leveled off the puck by Backstrom, and Backstrom will pick it up in the neutral zone. Nicholas Backstrom across the hash marks. That pass hit a stick, and Shmesnikov breaks it out the other way. Centering pass for Aho. Carlson right there to meet it in the neutral zone, and he'll join the rush the other way. Over to Ovechkin. Ovechkin winds in, shot, and a good save by Mrazek. Wilson hands it off to the point. Carlson tried to walk his way in on, and Shmesnikov says no and comes the other way. Shmesnikov over to Slavin. Quick shot. That hit the body of Carlson. Carlson over to Backstrom. Here comes Washington trying to tie this game up. Backstrom a shot and a good pad save. From point blank range, Nicholas Backstrom winds it up for a slap shot, and Mrazek made a great save on that as another chance for Carolina that's turned aside. Hamilton at the point. He finds Niederreiter down deep, and Teravainen a quick shot was blocked by Orlov. Here comes Washington. Kuznetsov tries to do a windmill deke. Over to Verana. Shot back to Kuznetsov, and unable to pull the trigger. And Carolina will come the other way. Aho tried to center in. Kuznetsov picks it off. Kuznetsov one-on-one on Gardner, and he breaks his stick. Able to get the puck off Gardner, but not for long as he'll have to retreat back to the bench. Niederreiter gets hit. Jensen there to pick up the garbage. Jensen joining the rush. He goes cross ring to Eller, trying to get it back, and Mrazek on the doorstep made the save. That was Washington's biggest chance of the third as Dougie Hamilton back to Williams, gets the return feed as Williams over to Aho. Williams gets it back, and he decided not to shoot. Aho, quick shot, and that one just wide. Hagelin back to the D. McGinn intercepted that pass. And Hamilton there to retreat. Lars Eller stressing up the puck. Lars Eller coming on, a quick shot, and that one went just wide off the side of the net. What an individual effort by Lars Eller, able to get around, but unable to finish. As Washington starts back out, as Panic dishes it to Orlov. Orlov winds his way in on, and a good save by Mrazek as he freezes that one, and he'll get another whistle. Well, Carolina, if they go far in the Stanley Cup playoffs, they do have the Toronto Maple Leafs first rounder, and if you've been paying attention to some of the other series throughout this ENHL playoffs, they were eliminated by Tampa in Game 5. So if they advance in on here, they will have a much better pick than what they would have had prior. Hathaway blocked that shot over to Leipzig. Leipzig trying to find his way in the offensive zone. He'll find Gudis over across Siegenthaler, and a wrist shot from the point is deflected into the corner. Washington tried to pass it back, and that didn't find anyone, and Siegenthaler retreats all the way behind his own line. And they'll have to restart. Leipzig stops in the neutral zone. He'll continue on. Tried to center that one out in front. Edmondson got his skate on that, and he'll skate it out. Zingle kind of going on wide. 1-on-3, and Gudis will take that puck away as Verana hands off to Kuznetsov. Kuznetsov crossing the blue line, finds Hathaway in a shot. What a save by Mrazek as he went into a desperation save, able to get a piece of it as Washington trying to get another shot on, but a cluster of hurricanes causes Carolina to break it out the other way. Again, trying to center that one, no one to be found. And Siegenthaler will start the rush. Siegenthaler for Washington as he approaches in. 5 minutes remaining. Washington has to get something started as that one just off the pad and into the corner. Vrana over to Oshie, scores! Tyler Oshie in the clutch ties this one up with under 5 minutes to go. And this one is tied. What a Game 7 this has been, as we are right back to where we started, tied. And with his second of the playoffs, his second of the series, has ice in his veins as he ties this one up. So with 4:40 left, we'll reset. Oshie from Kuznetsov and Verana. Verana making an appearance on the score sheet. Washington needs him to produce here. He got a hat trick back in November against Calgary. Hasn't had a showing like that ever since. As here comes Carlson. Tried to find Wilson out in front on the sharp angle. Mrazek able to get a pad on it. And another quick chance by Washington. Carolina, see if they can rebound from this one, as the momentum has been in Washington's favor for what seemed like a couple periods now, as no matter what the score has been, Washington has been in the offensive zone, as that's won by Washington, intercepted though. Aho over to Svestikov, 2-on-2 as Svestikov tried to find his way through the defenseman. He got bumped off, and Teravainen will try his luck once again. Teravainen coming in, tried another deke, and Carlson stood him up once again. Teravainen, countless turnovers here in the third period. And we'll see if he pays Ovechkin a quick shot, and that one hit a stick. Here comes Carolina on the counter attack, over to Gardner in the slot, rebound, and that one right through the crease. Holtby didn't get a piece of it, and it went across the crease, so close yet so far for Carolina, as they were hoping to upset Washington for a second time in a row. Ovechkin gets the puck over to Eller. Finds Panic. Ovechkin in his office once again, and Mrazek has made that save countless times today. Might have just saved his season right there, as Aho tried to get that one through, and that hit a stick. Ovechkin, long shift, trying to find his way into Eller. That hit a couple sticks, and Panic will pick up the loose puck. Quick shot, and Mrazek, with 23 seconds to go, will freeze for a whistle, and this game is tied, overtime looming. McGinn won it in the series last year in Game 7. That was in double overtime. So if this one goes to overtime as well, there will be a hero crowned tonight as Verana Picks it up, and Washington starts to cycle in the winding moments. Intercepted by Carolina. Here comes Justin Williams, the veteran. Can he do something here? Williams back to the point. Carolina starting their cycle. Less than 10 seconds left. Van Riemsdyk in the slot, and McGinn trying to be the hero once again. That hit a body this time around, and Vrana with 1 second left. Over to Orlov and a shot, and Mrazek at the buzzer will make the save. So history repeats itself so far, as Carolina versus Washington round 1 is going to a Game 7 overtime. This is playoff hockey, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't get any better than this. We'll be back with overtime, winner take all, here in Game 7 at Capital One Arena. We'll be right back. Welcome back to ENHL, and it is Game 7 overtime. It doesn't get better than this. Backstrom, Aho, we are underway as Van Riemsdyk will pick it up. Over to Slavin, and tense times already as Washington is on its feet. Van Riemsdyk a shot, and a rebound was taken away by Backstrom. Ovechkin, toe drag, got around, and he couldn't get the shot off. Gets it back, though, and a great save by Mrazek. Ovechkin tried to find his way around. The puck stayed on his stick. Mrazek turned that aside as Carlson picks up behind his net. Washington will break out once again as Kempney, he's off the puck. Backstrom over to Carlson, and a save by Mrazek, and he'll freeze this time around. Well, just a reminder, folks, that this is a stream to support Project Hope, a charity to help support and protect the frontline workers during this COVID-19 pandemic. So any support is appreciated. Click the link in the chat or find other ways to donate. Any donation is very much appreciated here at ENHL, as we are just underway here as Fogle passes center. He gets into Washington territory. He finds his puck. He finds the puck on his stick once again, and a point shot is turned aside. No team giving up an inch as Vrana comes in a shot, and Mrazek perfectly positioned on that one. Makes the save, and he'll cover. As we see, there's a shot from the point far out. No traffic out in front of Holtby. He makes the save, but I'm sure it's easier said than done. A lot of pressure right now, especially being at home. And Niederreiter got that turned over as Jensen trying to make the home team go home happy. Carolina back on it. Niederreiter trying to find some room. Finds that in Fogle. Gardner back to Hamilton. They play catch with each other. Back down to Stahl. Carolina putting on a passing clinic again, and Holtby stops the far shot out. He'll freeze for a whistle, and he'll try to slow things down here. Well, Carolina won the only overtime matchup in the regular season. Carolina 2-2 against the Washington Capitals, so the season stats have been split. Who will come on top here in Game 7? Hagelin wind up a shot, and that one deflected into the corner by Mrazek. And Carolina breaks out the other way. Dumped in by Gardner. McGinn trying to chase after Orlov. He doesn't quite get there. And Orlov hands it off to Hagelin. Hagelin tried to do a deke. Panic. Accidentally got a stick on that. So that deke went nowhere, and Carolina comes the other way. McGinn tried to be the overtime hero once again. That shot hit a stick, however, and Siegenthaler hands it to Hagelin. Hagelin drops it back. Gets the return feed. Williams intercepts that, and he tries to use his body to get it out, and he'll hand off to Holla. Absolutely crushed. Tried to make the play and take the hit. Washington picks that up, and they're coming the other way. Ovechkin over to Wilson. Over to Ovechkin in the slot. Noel Eller, a sharp angle shot, unable to bury it. Teravainen intercepted Ovechkin and Wilson right on the doorstep. And Mrazek freezes, and what an overtime this has been thus far, as both teams are playing for their season. And Eller on the sharp angle, unable to put that home. Wouldn't that have been something if that was the way Carolina got eliminated? That's one back. Shnestakov for Carolina. He crosses center. Does a windmill deke over to Aho. Aho on the half wall. He just passes the hash marks. That's intercepted. And Ovechkin will carry. Turned over. Aho gets tripped as a bit of a delayed fall from Aho. Perhaps some controversy, but nonetheless, Siegenthaler going into the box for tripping, and what an opportunity this could be as Siegenthaler gets a stick in there, and Aho stumbles, falls a couple seconds later, and you can tell Siegenthaler not happy at the call. He thought it might have been a dive. But Aho, nonetheless, on the first power play unit, he lost the draw, and Gudis will get an early clear for Washington.
10 minutes, 17 seconds.
Crowd giving an ovation as they don't want the puck anywhere near Holtby. The Carolina on the power play. Here they come again. Gudis intercepts that. Dowd carrying it back in his own end. That could be a costly mistake as Williams rebound in that one. Finally cleared the length of the ice, and Dowd sure thankful for that one as he carried it back into his own end instead of clearing it. Almost paid for it. Williams, what a deke. Aho, and oh man. What a couple of events there as a great deke from Williams finds Aho. And Holtby making the split save. The puck was lying in between his pads for a couple of seconds. He had no clue where it was. But he was able to locate it. Freezing with 8:20 left in this overtime. 37 seconds left in the power play. We are underway. Holla gets the puck back over to Slavin. Niederreiter had some room, decided not to shoot. Slavin at the point. He's bumped off. Gets the puck back, however. Teravainen out in front. Niederreiter out in front for Dzingel. And he had a lot to shoot at, but he missed. Back to 5-on-5 as Teravainen finds Dzingel. Aho scores! Game 7. Overtime hero. It's Sebastian Aho. And Carolina, for the first time in franchise history, has come back from a 3-1 series deficit and takes this one in overtime for the second straight year in a row. What heartbreak for Washington, as they have now lost a 3-1 series lead 6 times in franchise history, 4 during the Ovechkin era, and it is Aho with the icing on the cake tonight. What a series this has been, as both teams showing what they were made of, but at the end of the day, it was one goal that made the difference, and that came in overtime for the second year in a row. It was Aho in overtime. Thank you for watching this series. We'll be back with more Round 2 on ENHL. Thanks for watching.